Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Loan Officer Breakfast Club, December 15, 2025. It's just about over, my friends. It's all over except the cheering. I'm going to put the cheering in. What the heck? Good morning, everybody. We're going to get started right about now. Don't forget, we're brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time for your free coaching pleasure, because it's just the things that we do. We do have Chris Johnstone in the house. He and I have already been texting this morning. Indeed. You know, AI stuff, right? Because it's so bizarre and crazy and weird and awesome and epic and all that kind of fun stuff. But hey, we're glad to have you guys here this morning. We'll get started here in just a minute. Before we dive in and get started, let's just see how the weekend went. Tell us, guys. You know, we got a couple minutes here. Just let things warm up a little bit. Speaking of warming up, none of that's happening here in Northern California. There's no warming up.
We got like 6 inches over the weekend here in Pennsylvania. I see Levon has his winter cap on. I think he might have gotten some in Maryland there too. So
snow, right?
Snow, yeah.
Wow.
Fresh powder.
Wow. Yeah. No. Yeah. We just got this. I guess it's this weird, unusual thing happening out here in the Northern California area. They say on the weather, like, this is really strange. It doesn't happen very often, but there's not a lot of wind, and the fog layer comes into the valley, and it just sticks all day. It never lifts, and the sun doesn't come out, and it's just dreary and 40s and foggy all day long, every single day. But we're supposed to have some rain coming through here pretty soon, the end of the week, so that they're saying that should clear things out, which will be nice.
Sue Moody had Christmas with the grandkids over the weekend, and it was apparently epic. Adam Hirsch says they did Hanukkah and Christmas over the weekend. Wow, that's a jam-packed weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. Adam, when is Hanukkah?
Sunday night. It started Sunday night, I believe.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hanukkah started last night. Mm-hmm. But because the whole family is going to be out of town come this weekend, we decided to combine it with Christmas. You know, get it all done before going on that family vacation out of the country.
So very cool. Yeah, Hanukkah goes 8 days. Is that what it is, or how many?
8 days. Yep.
8 days. So my
crazy days.
Yeah, my aunt.
The Adam Sandler song.
What's that?
Adam Sandler has a song about Hanukkah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Adam Sandler. Yeah. That's a funny song. So my aunt, many years ago, married a Jewish man, Monroe Gould, right? And so she became Jewish, right? She converted over. Oh, yeah. Wow. And so they always had Hanukkah, right? And they lived by us, you know? And then, you know, we had, you know, one stingy day at Christmas, you know, and they had 8 glorious days of Hanukkah, you know? So as a kid, it was kind of like, man, this is something else, because it starts early too. Just like you said, it starts, you know, like now. So yeah, I was always kind of jealous of the Hanukkah thing.
Sometimes Hanukkah lands, I think it was last year, Hanukkah was on the same day as Christmas.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, so it's a floater, huh? Kind of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Goes by a whole different calendar.
Interesting. Well, happy Hanukkah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. What else do we got? So over the weekend, any biz come in before we kind of kick off here this morning? Anybody want to
win?
Anybody want to brag about something cool that happened over the weekend? Maybe. Anyone? I know.
Deanna Bryant got a contract. Deanna,
where?
Tell us.
You did what, Deanna? Talk to us. What happened? Oh, got a contract. There you go.
Just got a contract.
Nice. Contracts are cool.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys something that I did that probably nobody on here would do, and everybody was surprised that I did.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to give you the record track. Stop the music. All right. Focus, everyone. Okay.
I highly recommend this to everyone on here, because I haven't done it in 25 years. I went on vacation and unplugged completely. Did not take my phone at all.
Stop it.
No email, no nothing. Went on a cruise, gave my phone to my assistant and let them manage it. And yeah, and I needed that so bad. So
that is crazy. Really? So just for the weekend?
No, 7 days.
So you went 7 days unplugged.
Yep.
Was it miserable coming back to it?
So when she brought me, I texted her Saturday night And I'm like, I don't need my phone. It's late. So she brought it to me mid Sunday morning, and I was like,
just spit on my microphone. I would think that would be like, it is like, oh God, here it is. Right.
Well, no, so now here's my question. Deanna, tell us about coming back to that. Because Carl often talks about, like, at some point you got to put the brick on the accelerator and walk away and come back and see what breaks. So tell us a little bit about that.
So while I was gone, I did a little book reading. I had started Jim Kyle's book a couple times and never just got through it. So I read that while I was gone. I started doing some journaling and working on 2026 plan. And so when I come back, I got with my coach and just started digging in. And so the next couple of weeks for me is going to be touching base with all of the agents I do business with, all my listing agents that I want to do business with that know me already, and just getting ready for 2026.
Wow. That is so cool.
I so recommend it. Like, I felt so refreshed from it.
I
still do.
I bet. So tell me again, where were you when you did this? It's already slipped my mind.
I went on a cruise.
On a cruise.
And I didn't get the Wi-Fi plan. My husband even asked me at one point, because he asked one of the couples that we were with if he could use the phone to call and check on the dogs. And he said, do you want to call anybody? I'm like, nope.
Nope.
Wow. So I've got a question, Deanna.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if you just like never took that business phone back?
Ooh, that's a good question, Chris.
It's an interesting question. Because you can do it. I mean, people do it.
If I just let the assistant do it all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that'd be pretty cool. But she was glad to get back to me.
She was like, it's like midnight on Saturday. She's like, I'm on my way with the phone. A mutual friend of ours said that she had been stressing. And so when I asked her, she's like, yeah, I just had to make sure it was on me all the time.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's a cool one. That is a win. That's a killer win.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I like this one too. Jimmy Finance. New loan from a guy who came to my home to hang a TV. Yeah. Good.
He's
That's
changing
cool.
his 2026 business plan. So if he buys 5 TVs a month, open up a whole new angle for him.
There you go.
I like it.
It's easy. You got to look at the cost of the TV versus how much you make per loan. It's just a simple math problem, right? You know, if it's, if you're making $3,000 on the loan and the TV cost $1,000, well, then you're still ahead of the game, putting in quarters to get dollars, right? Good plan. Great. Love it.
Here's a really good one. Jeff Morgan says, my FSBO meetings have been going awesome. Realtors love this. That's
okay.
Exciting.
Unmute and talk about it real quick. Then we'll get moving on. I want to hear about that.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've had 2 meetings last week, and I got another one booked tomorrow. And the ones I had, when I go over it with them, they just love it. They're all, this is awesome, and they want to implement it. And even this one realtor I went on Friday, her broker came walking by, and she introduced me to her, and she's all, man, this gave me chills. Like I was telling her about it, so I'm all, well, we need to set you up with it. So yeah, they just really are taking well to it. So I'm excited about my.
That's amazing.
And so let's talk about it just a teeny bit more. First of all, let's make sure everybody knows in membership, they can still access this in some capacity, right, team? Like, in membership, there's recordings, everything's there, all the assets are there. So
it's under Carl's loan officer mastery section. So he's got the whole training there with all the tools and.
Okay. And the reason I'm saying that is, if you're not a member and you felt like you missed it and you really want to get to it, you can. You just got to become a member and it's there. But so you've talked about it, you've met with some, you've showed it to them, but where's the money in it, man? Give us the money. And I know you know the answer, and I know the answer.
I guess the money will be coming eventually. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
What I feel really that kind of solidifies. So these are the realtors that I've been doing follow-ups with, kind of, on my 12 post, follow-up plan. Right. And I feel like it's kind of solidifying that relationship. Like it seems like it's like, wow, this guy really is doing what he says he's going to do by partnering me. And so I just know that if I implement this plan, it's gonna bring the business. I'm not
exactly.
I know
Yeah,
that's gonna come from it.
That's where I was going with it. So what you've done is you've taken the let's call it value, prop to a new level is what you've essentially done, and come in with something tangible, right? That they can sink their teeth into and go, hey, this is cool. Right. So now when you couple that with your ongoing weekly follow up and asking for the business, right, it's just going to make it that much more. Let's be honest, you're just going to guilt the living daylights out of them. Right. So at some point, they have to become overwhelmed with guilt and go, I must get Jeff Morgan a deal. Next deal is his. And that is what's going to happen. I mean, I'm kind of tongue in cheek, but kind of not joking about it, but it is true. That is what will go on, because now you've bonded with them on a little bit higher level. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Right? I mean, it's a cool deal. Yeah, very cool, man. All right. So if they want, we've already got freedom planning call in there. Why would I even ask? It's already there. So if you feel like you've missed out on that, you want to jump in on it and check it out, just go to freedomplanningcall.com if you're not a member and get set up. If you are a member, you know where to find it. It's in the website. Okay. Did Kevin Bilberry ever show up? Is he here? Kevin, are you here by chance? And if not, it's okay. The good news is I can do this presentation without him. And I'll have to admit, it'll probably be better.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You did wear your tracksuit and BMW hat. So you are.
I think I should spotlight myself. Okay. I think I should, just so everybody can see how I look today. Right. So Kevin Gillespie once told me that I was sort of a fashion trendsetter.
Oh, boy.
And so I think he's right. I think he's right.
I think you're right too.
I'm bringing the tracksuit back. I think we need more tracksuits, man. I really do.
They are coming back. They are coming back because my 16-year-old son, we were at TJ Maxx and he saw a velour one. He was like, "Well, I need this." I was like,
"Velour."
Okay. It was like velour, velvet, whatever. I don't know what material that is, but yeah. Anyway, so you are the trendsetter this morning, Frank. Take it away.
All right. So what we did want to talk to you guys about is some MoveTube updates. And before I show them to you, and I'm prepared to share my screen, Jen, I was ready to go, so I think I can do it. But what I wanted to just remind everybody of is that the phone calls are what move the needle, right? We all know that. The phone calls move the needle. Anyone on this call who's doing anything of any significance, anytime we ask them, what's the thing? What's the secret sauce? And it's just, checking in. It's not just a phone call. It's a specific phone call and a specific ask for the business. And the more we can do that, the more business we're going to get. It's just the way it is, especially if we're calling substantial agents, right? Agents that have a track record of doing well, who have closed X amount of deals per year, that type of thing. So we know that the phone calls are what move the business. And the whole MoveTube story is just such a unique one. It's we used to have a product called Listing Booster where it's somewhat quasi similar to the List Reports thing, right? You property websites and flyers and all these things. And Kevin stumbled on Roku TV. This goes back about 9 years. And realized, I think we can get real estate on here. And he did. And we had this super fun channel, for a long time that we've been making better and better and better and better and better. And it's got this nice, very good growing audience, right? It's on every streaming TV platform, full on property search channel and national portal. And we've been trying to figure out, well, how can we get this in the hands of the professionals so that it's a tool, right? Make it useful in some capacity. And so we managed to do that. And through the years of working with it and developing it, what I learned through it is the way that it's set up currently is a loan officer can become an advertising sponsor and bring real estate agents into his or her account. If they come into his or her account, all of their listings, of course, make it to the TV, get on TV, and fully branded to them with QR codes and digital property cards. It's really, really slick, right? But the win for the agent is the not too different from the FSBO angle, right? Is the win for the agent with MoveTube by the loan officer delivering it is the agent on a competitive listing appointment. Oftentimes real estate agents go on listing appointments and they might be competing with another agent, right? On a competitive listing appointment, the MoveTube agent gets to say, hey, you list with me, I'm going to get your home on TV, right? And they have marketing materials. And there's been some new developments in the marketing materials, both on the loan officer side and on the real estate agent side. So on the real estate agent side, and I will share my screen here shortly, but I don't want to take up too much time. Just envision this, right? And you can always just go to movetubestudio.com. That's the link, by the way, Jen, movetubestudio.com. But there's a flyer that they can print that goes into their listing presentation folders. So when they go out on a listing appointment, they oftentimes have a folder. In that folder will be a listing agreement, of course, right? Comparable sales, that kind of a thing. And then usually some sort of something saying, these are all the things we're going to do to market your house, right? Well, they get to put this flyer into that folder and they get to say, hey, if you list with me, we're going to do everything everybody else does, which is true. They all do the same thing. But if you list with me, I'm going to get your home on TV. And they show them this flyer. I've been on these listing presentations. I've done them with my wife. And we've heard it time and time again from agents that when they get to that part and they tell them they're going to see their home on TV, they freak out. Sellers are like, what, are you kidding me? That's cool. How do I see that? What is this? Right? And oftentimes, more often than not, they wind up winning the listing. Friday, we were on a MoveTube meeting. We have MoveTube meetings on Wednesdays for realtors, Fridays for loan officers. A realtor was on the Friday call last Friday. She was telling a story how she just picked up a listing. She went into the listing appointment, didn't realize she was competing. And when she walked in, another agent was getting to walk out. They were timing these listing appointments, right? And the agent that was walking out, the wind came out of her sails because she knew she's a superstar. She always wins the listing. She's one of the best realtors in the area, right? But she said, I felt positive. I felt motivated and equipped because I knew I had she said, I knew I had MoveTube. I had that in my pocket. She won that listing, right? She beat that other agent. So it is a powerful tool for real estate agents to win listings. MoveTube for a real estate agent is a listing conversion tool, is the way that I present it, right? You're going to win your listing presentations, okay? So here's the thing that I wanted to bring up is we started with phone calls. Just understand this. I know that with the daily success plan, we're always looking for the agent that has the buyers, right? We're looking for 8 buy sides or more, and we have to continue to do that. Duh. That only makes too much sense, okay, right? So, but what I wanted to state is that with MoveTube, if you add that into your tone stack, that's a guitar player. If you add that into your tech stack, right, it's another tool that you can use to go after a different kind of breed of agent. And we often call them listing agents, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is what a lot of MoveTube guys will do is they'll do, like, instead of just 8 buy sides, they'll do 8 and 8. So they'll go 8 buys and 8 listings, something like that. But even if you see agents that are kind of a little more heavy on the listing side, here's the thing that you all have to remember. There's an alarming stat put out by NAR for 2024. Listen to this. This is a NAR stat. You can Google it, chat it, look it up. 69% of move-up sellers, right, needed a mortgage on their next home. 69%. Okay. That's a big number, Chris. Right?
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. So when you see these agents that, they primarily carry listings, understand that 69% of them are also buyers, right? Good ones, really good ones, because they're selling a house to buy. They're not, nothing wrong with a first timer. I'm just saying if you're a move up buyer, you're probably a little more qualified, right? To get the loan. So 69% of them are move up buyers. Now, what the heavy hitters listing agents will do is they'll usually hand that off to other agents in the office, right? They're not going to go showing properties because they got the listing. They're not going to go showing properties. But the angle with MoveTube is, for me, when it comes to making money with MoveTube, right, as a loan originator, number one, getting the attention of the listing agent is pretty simple to do. And I'm going to show you my screen here. I've got time. I'm going to show you the screen. We've got these wonderful digital presentations. You can text or email to them. It's literally an AI presentation that they can walk through and even ask. We have Jenny as our AI assistant. as they're looking at the presentation that the loan officer sends them to consider becoming a MoveTube agent, they can actually stop the presentation and ask Jenny questions, and she'll answer in real time about the product, right? So we can have a wonderful mechanism to get the attention of the listing agent. And when a listing agent sees it, or an agent who likes to get listings or desires more listings, which is all of them, okay, they see this tool and they go, I like that tool, and they want to use it. They're going to want to, jump into your MoveTube account. So when they jump in and their listings get synchronized into the system, what winds up happening is every new listing that comes in, you get notified of every new listing. So hear me out. Here's the angle for you to make money on this thing. Remember, 69% of every one of those sellers needs a mortgage, right? So the way that you do this is you make calls. Okay. MoveTube is about making phone calls. All right. It's not about anything else but you making a phone call. That's what it's really about. There's a lot of other fun things in there that you can do that their assistants can do. A lot of fun marketing materials, really cool stuff. But for the agent, list with me, I'll get you on TV, right? For the loan officer, this is what it is. When a new listing comes in, right, you get notified. Here's the address. Here's the agent. There's also a little script right on the email. Just like right there, okay? So all you do is call the agent, and it's a very simple script, right? You simply say, hey, congratulations on the listing. They like these calls, by the way. These are good calls. Congratulations on the listing. Hey, just let you know, you could tell the seller it's on TV. Okay, so that little reminder that's why they connected with you, right? It's on TV. Let the seller know. Oftentimes the seller said yes to the listing because they wanted to get on TV. So they're looking for it, right? Remind the seller it's on TV. Then I always say, just ask them, hey, how'd you get that one, right? Let them just relive their epic, euphoric experience of winning the listing, which is always a major fun deal when you're a real estate agent to win a listing, right? Then you ask, can I help the seller? Does the seller need any help? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now here's the thing, guys. If the first you're learning about this listing is from MoveTube, and now you're asking about the seller, chances are you missed that one. Okay. Because listings, guys, it's not like sellers don't call an agent and say, hey, I'm thinking about listing my home. Send me the listing agreement and I'll sign it right now. And you can put a sign in the lawn tomorrow. That's not how it works. They talk, it might be weeks, it might be several weeks before the listing actually goes live, right? Well, in that, incubating period from the time that the listing agent realizes they're getting the listing to the time that it goes live, that incubation period, that's where you want to get in, right? In that incubation period. And so if your agent is in MoveTube and you're getting notified, and they do listings regularly, and you're getting notified regularly of these new listings, and you're calling and saying, hey, can I help the seller? And if they're saying, oh, no, they're doing this, oh, they found somebody, or whatever the case may be, in that script, the next thing you say, if they say, no, you can't help the seller, is, and this is the clutch, this is the winner, Chris, this is it. This is the most important line in the whole script on MoveTube is, can I ask you a favor? And they'll say, sure. And you say, hey, next listing you get where the seller needs a mortgage, can I count on you to let me pre-approve those guys? I'd love to do that for you, right? And you know what they're going to say? Nobody's going to say no. They're always going to say, well, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, right? And then the same thing's going to happen that happens with everything else that we do here around animals, right? That continual asking, the next listing that comes up where they know that the person needs a mortgage, they're going to think in the incubation period before it hits the market, they're going to go, hey, I got a lender. Might as well get pre-approved now before we get the home on the market, right? And they're going to call you. And that's where the money is in MoveTube. It isn't anywhere else. And I think a lot of times in MoveTube, loan officers can get a little caught up in the gadgetry because there's a lot of gadgetry in there, right? And miss out on the most important thing that's always been the most important thing and always will be the most important thing, which is what, Kristen? The phone call, right?
Yeah. And you know what? Bill Devers is in the chat saying he's got 37 agents on MoveTube that are all referring him.
All referring him. Well, and we know Bill Devers, we know that he's kind of afraid of making phone calls. You know what I mean? And obviously if you don't know Bill, if you're newer here, he's just a phone monster, right? He's going for the restraining order. That's one of his favorite things. Hey, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. Want to let you know, MoveTube is probably one of the easiest ways to get the attention of top producing real estate agents out there, because with MoveTube, you give them a tool that they can use on their listing appointments that lets them say, hey, list with me. I'm going to get your home on TV. It's a real game changer. If you want to learn more, just go to movetubestudio.com, movetubestudio.com. But I do want to take the time, since I got just a couple minutes and only take a couple minutes. I am going to share a couple things, because there is the first thing is to get the attention of the appropriate realtor, right? So we can do that through Model Match. We can look for realtors that have listings over the past 12 months, pick a number, 12, whatever it might be, 12 listings over the past 12 months. Understand that 69% of those sellers need a mortgage. So let's get them into MoveTube. So let me share my screen real quick. And I'll show you how we've kind of made it a little easier for you guys. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So let's just make sure that y'all are. Tell me if you're seeing my screen and when you're seeing my screen.
Looking good.
Okay. So here we are inside of a loan officer account. This is the home screen here. Here it'll just kind of give you some updates, about what's going on. But down here, if you go to your agents, guys, we have this new this section right here. There's an agent sign up page, right? So if I click this is the link for an agent sign up page. This, if you put MoveTube on your phone, of course, you could copy this link, save it on your home screen, and you can actually text this to agents, right? You could just text this, hey, I've got this cool product. I'll get your listings on TV. I see you carry a lot of listings. This will help you win listings. Is it okay if I just text you a little demo of it? And they'll say, sure. You text them this. There's a little minute and 22-second brief overview video. And this displays beautifully on mobile, guys, just so you know. It's just fantastic. But if they want to go deeper, there's a C interactive demo, right? And this, we recommend they do from their home screen. From their laptop, right? But you can click here. You click here, and Jenny starts selling them on MoveTube for you. Okay. Yeah. If they want to ask her any questions about it, they can ask her right here. They just simply click Ask Jenny, and they can ask her questions about it. This is also the presentation that you would use if you get an office presentation or a lunch and learn or something like that. You bring this up on the big screen TV, you let Jenny do all the work. You just say, okay, let's go through this, right? And you just start clicking next, let Jenny do all the work. We've had tons of feedback from loan officers saying this works perfect. It saves all the time in the world. It's about an 18-minute demo, right? So you get through it so if you got those 30-minute agent presentations you can do, right? Or those 20-minute agent presentations, it fits. Okay, it fits perfect. This is what you can do. And I'll also let you guys know this, and then we'll kind of wrap this up with some questions. We also have LO coaching, right? We have it here on your agents page, and we also have it down here. It'll show up in various places. But if you go to LO coaching, there's the different strategies and the ways to make use of MoveTube. But more importantly and more fun is you can just talk to Jenny, right? This is so fun, Chris.
That's amazing.
So you talk to Jenny, and you could say, Jenny, I suck at this. I don't know what I'm doing. Please help me. Right? And Jenny will walk you right through it. You say, Jenny, I've got 10 agents. I've got these listings. I'm not making any money. What am I doing wrong? And she's kind of a tough coach. I'm not going to lie. She's kind of a tough coach. She's going to go right. Where do you think she's going to go right for? She's going to go right to, well, can I ask you and be honest with me? Are you making your new listing phone calls on a consistent basis? Right? Yeah. That's what she's going to say. And if you say no, she's going to say, well, don't forget 69% of sellers, need a mortgage. Don't you think it would be a good idea maybe to make those calls? Right? And you'll say, yes, that's probably a good idea. She'll even say, want to role play just to make sure you've got this under control. And she'll even role play with you, right? You can be the agent or you can be the loan officer, right? And she'll role play with you just to get your confidence up, so that you can make the appropriate call at the appropriate time, right? Wow. So good stuff. Oh, and also that presentation, that AI presentation, the realtors also have one branded to them for prospective sellers, so that they can go meet with a seller and show them everything that they can get done through the MoveTube platform. So really neat. It's movetubestudio.com. movetubestudio.com is where you want to go. Up in the top, There, it says loan officers. You just click on the loan officer one. You can register for the AI demo, and where you can actually. So what you do is you register for the AI demo. It brings you to Jenny again. She'll start walking you through it, and you can stop her and ask her questions along the way about MoveTube from a loan officer perspective, so you can feel confident about it. Now, listen, bring it all back home. It's all about the phone call, right? This is not something that we get to replace the DSP in any way. The DSP is what wins. It's just like the FSBO strategy does not replace the DSP. The CRM does not replace the DSP. All these things support the DSP, right? All these things can be used in conjunction with the DSP, but all of these things have the heart of the DSP built into them, right? Which is, here's some value, but you got to make the call. You got to make the call. You got to ask for the business. MoveTube gives you a different angle. Congratulations on the listing, right? Yep. How did you get it? Can I help the seller? Can I count on you for the next seller that pops up that needs a mortgage on their next home? Can I count on it? So it's making the call. It's asking for the business, just a different element, right? From a different group of realtors that maybe is more focused on the listing side than on the buyer side, because 69% of all sellers that are moving up need a mortgage on their next home. We might as well find those guys in that incubation period between the time that the listing agent is, has secured the listing to the time that it goes live. That's what MoveTube helps you get into as a loan officer, that seller go live incubation period. So there you go. That's it.
And Frank, MoveTube is such an incredible tool, and just watching the journey of the product and seeing how you've made it so that us as mortgage professionals don't have to explain the tool or sell it. We can be focused on making our calls, having those conversations. And when you say, hey, can I get your listings on TV? And they go, what? Okay, how do I do that? It's like, let me text it to you. It'll explain everything. You don't have to be the expert. You're just the person making the calls, building the connections. And that way you're positioned as the mortgage expert, not the tech expert. And the demo does all the work. Like, that's so brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and by the way, integrates with the CRM as well. So for open house leads, there is a way that you can generate some inbound lead activity with it. We don't say that's what it's about, because it's not, right? But it could happen, especially through open houses. Those because we have a very cool open house system. But those leads drop right into the CRM if you've got the CRM. So anyways, good stuff. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I hope that was cool. Was there any questions I should field real quick before we get out of here? We're already past the top of the hour.
I think Frank,
that was awesome.
Okay, good. All right, well, good stuff. Well, Kevin didn't make it. I don't know why. I'm a little worried about him. I'm going to have to check in on him. We'll see what's going on. I'm sure he's okay, but
he's chilling because AI has fully replaced him at this point. Just go see the demo. He doesn't have to be here. Just see the demo. AI's
gosh. Okay. Well, good stuff, guys. Well, hey, and we'll go ahead and get on out of here. Again, MoveTubeStudio.com, MoveTubeStudio.com. There's a button that says Loan Officers. Click it if you want to learn more. Hope to see you in there. It's a great little product. And with that, we'll get on out of here. You guys have a great day. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. Catch up with you later. See ya. Adios.
Everybody, have a great day.